And here's a little video I definitely don't mind doing. Authored by Charles Hugh Smith via Of Two Minds blog via Zero Hedge. I like the title. I like it a lot. Why? Because it says Gresham's Law and Bitcoin. Oh, this has to be good. You know this has to be good. Rather suddenly, the state-issued fiat currency, Bolivar, lost, and this is Venezuela's Bolivar, lost 99% of its purchasing power. Gresham's law holds that bad money drives out good money, meaning that given a choice of currencies, broadly speaking, money that serves as a store of value and a means of exchange, people are using depreciating bad money to buy goods and services and hoard good money that is appreciating or holding its value. As this dynamic plays out, eventually there is a little good money in circulation and the economy suffers accordingly. Correspondent AK recently submits an insightful discussion of Gresham's Law and Bitcoin. Hello, Bitcoin, my old friend. Gresham's Law comparison once again. Discussions surrounding Bitcoin and Gresham's Law immediately devolve into a debate about historical formulation or wording of Gresham's Law. Gresham's Law includes the notion that one or several currencies must be accepted at a defined value under legal tender law. However, the wider economic phenomenon that powers Gresham's Law is a universal phenomenon that is independent of any particular legal or cultural context. Is it legal tender? It doesn't matter. To wit, in economic exchange, where the seller will accept two different commodities as payment, the buyer will tend to pay with the commodity that his own eyes is of inferior or lesser value. When this phenomenon is replicated in a large number of economic exchanges and in reference to the same two commodities, this results in the bad currency driving from circulation the good currency, as buyers in the marketplace pay with the inferior or lesser valued commodity, as viewed from their own viewpoint, when the seller will accept two different commodities as payment. This phenomenon, which we could refer to as Gresham effect or effects, is independent of the legal framework operating at any given time. If you will accept as payment milk with an expiration date 2 days from now, or milk with an expiration date 10 days from now, I will tend to pay you with the milk with an expiration date that's 2 days from now. If many similar exchanges occur in the marketplace, this will result in the bad milk driving the good milk from circulation, as market participants routinely offer only the milk expiring in 2 days in their exchanges. This makes perfect sense. Therefore, if in the marketplace sellers are willing to accept either Bitcoin or fiat currency as payment, the phenomenon Gresham effects tells us that buyers will offer the commodity they view as inferior or of lesser value in these economic exchanges. If market participants generally view fiat currency units as inferior or as lesser value than Bitcoin currency units, and if this value judgment is repeated in many economic exchanges, this can be expected to result in bad money, fiat, driving the good money, Bitcoin, from circulation. Since Bitcoin was not in wide circulation to begin with, Gresham effects in this case has the effect of preventing or suppressing the wide-scale use of Bitcoin as an exchange currency. This situation can be expected to last for as long as sellers are willing to accept either fiat currency or Bitcoin as payment, and buyers view Bitcoin currency units as superior or of greater value than fiat currency units. In short, due to Gresham effects, Bitcoin will not become a widely circulating medium of exchange while these conditions persist. All right, I want to hang on to those. I don't want to put those out there. No, that's my store of value. That's my wealth over there. I'll take these, $1 trillion bill to pay, for gasoline. Like way back in the day for Zimbabwe. Now we're talking Venezuela, 14,000% devaluation. What? Interpretation. To me, this indicates or implies that Bitcoin's use case is more as a reserve currency or store of value. Oh, hang on. Whoa, that one snuck up on me. Interpretation. To me, this indicates or implies that Bitcoin's use case is more as a reserve currency or store of value, and less as a currency for use in daily transactions. In general, I will not relinquish my Bitcoins in exchange for t-shirts or Snickers bars if the seller will accept either Bitcoin or fiat currency. I will prefer to pay for t-shirts and Snickers bars using fiat currency. On the other hand, when I want to purchase something and I do not have enough fiat currency to pay for it, in this case, I may use my reserve currency, Bitcoin. For example, if I want to purchase a house and I only have enough fiat for maybe 20% of the price, in this case, I may use my reserve currency to pay the other 80%. This example assumes that paying the full price by fiat currency is not an option. If I had enough fiat currency to pay the entire price, I would pay by fiat currency. On the other hand, when I want to purchase something and I do not have enough fiat currency to pay for it, in this case, I may use my reserve currency, Bitcoin. For example, if I want to wait a minute, what the? Did you repeat that? What the? Snippy, what the? The significance here is that those who are envisioning a future in which Bitcoin becomes a widely circulating medium of exchange may be envisioning something that is at odds with the laws of economics, kind of like gold and silver. There's no way we could all go back to using gold and silver as money. Let me go lug, these pounds of gold or silver on my body and pay for stuff. It doesn't make sense. Yet it's still a store of value. Do people go, I want to go buy something. Let me go unload my gold, my silver to go buy that. No, they want to hang on to that. And that's what cryptos are. No, I don't want to waste the cryptos. I'd rather waste the fiat. As a matter of fact, how did we get cryptos to begin with? We had to go waste some fiat to buy the initial purchase of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, whatever it was. And then take it, get off the Coinbase exchange, put it over here to this other exchange, take that, flip it into some other coins, and then you worked your magic on it. Or you hodled and didn't do anything with it, whatever. Point is, I don't want to waste that. And when we had the web, not when, we still do have the website up, the cryptos class site, people would ask, man, why are you only taking Litecoin? Take fiat. We're like, no, right off the bat, we're only going to take Litecoin. People did not want to use Litecoin if they didn't have to. But it was, hey, if you want the product, if you want this, whatever, you gotta use it. So they did. But when we did the White Dove report, because I'm like, well, she's gonna have a lot of people that may want this report that don't even know much about crypto. I can't tell them, go here, get this, get the Litecoin. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on, fiat payments along with crypto payments. And I saw a bunch of orders coming in fiat. Why? Because people don't want to waste their Litecoin. It wasn't all her people that decided, that did this because they didn't have Litecoin. Believe me, a lot of those orders, they had cryptos. They chose to use the fiat, and I don't blame them. Anyways, thank you, AK. As anyone who follows cryptocurrencies know, the objections to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin specifically are legion. It's not stable. It's not trusted. It isn't real money, etc. I'd like to illustrate real money with a chart of the bolivar, the national currency of Venezuela. Note that until, I'll go ahead and put this up. Note that until relatively recently, the bolivar traded, at least at the official rate, at around 10 bolivars to $1 US, and around 25 to the US dollar on the black market, i.e. the free market. These exchange rates slowly moved higher, but few expected the bolivar to depreciate to an appalling free market rate of 100 to $1 US dollar. Rather suddenly, the state-issued fiat currency bolivar lost the majority of its purchasing power. This loss of purchasing power, also known as inflation, gathered momentum and is now at hyperinflationary rates. A few months ago, it only took 237,000 bolivars to buy 1 USD, and now, in June, it takes 2.8 million bolivars for 1 US dollar. You go over there and make it rain with dollar bills just to fling a few out. Ding, 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 ding. Oh my God, this guy just threw out $20 million. 20 million bolivars. Oh, well, hell, that ain't nothing. You can't even buy milk with that. Maybe a half gallon. Right, because 2.8 million of those is garbage. How much money did it cost to physically print the 2.8 million notes? Probably more money than they're worth, actually. Not to put too fine a point on it, but the Venezuelan citizen who converted all the family's bolivars to Bitcoin 2 years ago, June 2016, would have preserved the purchasing power of their money. So while the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, which is owned by 60 central banks, is pleased to declare Bitcoin untrustworthy and in effect not real money, unlike the stable, secure, trustworthy fiat currencies issued by central banks, it pays to reconsider Gresham's law before concluding Bitcoin is not real money. Very good article, huh? Exactly. And as instability gets greater and greater across the planet because there's so much debt going around out of control, where do scared people want to do what they want to store their wealth? Even if it's not really much wealth. I got to store this before it goes to nothing. You're going to go buy gold and silver? Well, what if I get robbed? Oh, let's get a cryptocurrency wallet. Matter of fact, you don't have to have a wallet. Just sign up on an exchange. Keep it on the exchange, if you want. I'd rather have mine in my own wallet, But, wow, I could just log in and watch the value of that thing rise out of control in relation to the dollar of my country. Whoa. I'm telling you, you're going to hear the same stories we heard a long time ago. Someone with one gold coin buying an entire house, entire property. After the Weimar Republic, I think, that episode. You're going to hear, one Bitcoin just bought a house. Where? Venezuela. Matter of fact, I bought 3 houses. How are you going to sell a house? I need 1 trillion bolivars for this house. Today's value. 1 trillion? Again, what are you going to lug that in you go rent a U-Haul? Put it all in the back of here? Count it. Make sure you count it. Come on. Take care.